Hi there, so you've done your citations, you've done a few bits of broken link building, you've done various other bits and bobs, and you're now ready to build some more links. So where do you go? Now the next thing that I do, now we've all had people emailing us saying, I can get you a guest blog post on this website, that website, that website. Now, sometimes doing outreach and getting your own guest blog opportunities is the best way to do that. However, we're going to go into that further on in the training course. This is generic guest posts, and people will talk about relevance and power and what are these, what do we go for. Now, at this stage when you're reading this video, if you're doing it as a step-by-step guide, what I'm looking for is power. I'm trying to power up the domain metrics, and one of the first things I do is go to a website like People Per Hour, and I'll just go into the search bar up here and search for offers, and I'll just put in a generic search like guest post, and what you see is a whole bunch of websites here that are allowing you a guest blog post. Now, one here, Market Watch, is £30. Now, Market Watch is a fairly powerful website, and you get lots of guys emailing you saying, I can get you a guest blog post on here for $100, $150, whatever it may be. Now, if you go to People Per Hour, you're cutting out the middleman. Now, cut out that middle guy, because there's a guy there willing to at least double up or treble up on your prices. Now, it only costs $30 for a guy, from a guy who's got editorial access in Market Watch. Why would you want to pay $100, $150 or more? So I always go here and buy a few generic powerful links like Market Watch, if it's the SEO industry, or you can go and search for, you can literally scroll through and, you can pick the websites that you want. You've got Thrive Global, you've got stuff that's very specific to niches. There's sports websites, there's, whatever. What I'm looking for is something that's generic initially, generic business related if I'm going to be doing it for something in the SEO industry. But you can go out there and you can find opportunities on sports websites or whatever it's going to be. So you can literally put in guest post sports, and what you do is hopefully get a bunch of sports websites. If not, then just do a scroll, and you can find a whole bunch of stuff here, for a very, very decent price. The Sports Daily. Now, what I would say when you're looking for these is don't just jump at the first price. Now, the sportsdaily.com is a DA69, and this guy's selling it for £95. So I can put in the Sports Daily People Per Hour. So if I do a random Google search for this, the top guy is selling it, he's inactive, 120. The next guy is selling it for 160. I'm just going to find £75 I could buy it for there. So make sure you do your research. Don't just dive in at 95. Whereas, if I do a simple Google search, I can save myself $20 already, and I could maybe get it cheaper. I'm pretty sure I've seen this one for 60 or 65 elsewhere. So you can have a look out on People Per Hour itself. Just put in the Sports Daily or whatever, the sports, or do a Google search, and you'll be able to see the varying different prices there. And there's one for $70. Let's see, this guy's selling it for $200. 65, yeah, that's the one that I've seen before, $65. So make sure that you get the cheapest on People Per Hour when you're going there. Now, I get emails on a daily basis from people saying, hi Craig, I can get you a link on the AP News, for example. Now, one search, so when I get that email, what I'll normally do is do apnews.com, people per hour. And you'll be able to see that there's loads of different sellers on there selling a link on there that is a do follow link from a fairly powerful website, and that's the kind of price, $2.90. Again, if I go on here, apnews.com, $2.80. That one costs. You'll be able to get it cheaper than that. You know what I would do is a Google search, actually, AP News people per hour, and you'll be able to, again, as I say, cut out that middleman who's trying to sell it for a fortune. I'm pretty sure $2.90, $1.60, you know, there's a massive difference in price there. So you can see there that you know, you can save yourself a few quid. Now, I would always go to websites like People Per Hour first to build up some decent power. Buy a few high-powered DA or DR websites. These are very powerful websites that are just going to give you that little bit of a boost. So you can also search for DR60 or whatever, and you'll you know, get a whole bunch of DR60s or 66s or whatever it's going to be. So make sure that you are looking at all of these opportunities out here and take the best ones that you possibly can. That just builds up a base line of trust. Now, what happens after I buy these is sometimes I'll power them up with tier 2 links, which we'll go into tomorrow. But for today's link building guide, we are basically looking for generic or niche relevant guest posts that are easy to buy, that are very powerful, that you're then able to potentially boost up using maybe PBNs, whether it's automation like SEO Autopilot or whatever. And I'll go into that tomorrow, how to boost your guest posts. But as I say, for this one, this is just about generic guest post opportunities. You can also look in Upwork. You can also, you know, reach out to people in Fiverr. But what I will guarantee is most of these sites that these guys are going to sell you will be available in People Per Hour. Now, why pay that middleman? Just remember that. Do not overpay for these guest posts. Get the best deal you can for yourself. You can charge the client $200, $500, whatever the hell you want. Make sure that you, as the SEO guy, are getting the best bang for your buck though. So that is the next tip when it comes to link building.